One thing I always say is work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, then you may be working harder. So let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, and project your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download Solo and begin to work smarter, not harder today. Link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it.
So this insurance thing is going to be the next big one, Chris. So
Oh, for sure.
We're going to talk about that segue into our first,
which is exactly what we're going to be talking about right now. And so Len Sherman, he has been a guest of the show, and I'm assuming probably coming on very soon because he just put this out. So that'll be interesting to hear what he has to say. But he analyzed 120 Uber reserve trips completed by one driver between Ithaca and an airport in Syracuse over 2 years.
You can guess who that is, right?
I know exactly who it is just by that alone. I mean, but I'm not going to say his name. If he wants to announce himself, he's more than welcome to. But I don't know if he wants to or not. That's his call if he's in chat right now or not. But either way, so they analyzed these trips, and it's 2-year periods. So this isn't like a short thing. This is one driver between these reserve trips that were pretty much going around the same. So it was a very, very similar trip. And noticing some very strange things happening when it comes to Uber's insurance and operational fees. When it comes to how wildly and how much they can vary for the same trip. You don't think it would be wildly variable, but I wonder why.
It was, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
yeah. And Uber said, on the next screenshot, so Len Sherman, you all know, driver's best friend, academic professor at Columbia Business School. We love him. I'm pretty sure we'll have him on shortly. And so the trips were similar in several ways. Each was driven by the same driver in the same Tesla Model Y. Same route along the freeway, covered nearly identical distances, and began and ended at similar locations. Okay. And then across roughly 60-mile trips, Uber's reported commercial auto insurance and operational charge wildly ranged from, this is the same exact 60-mile trip, folks, from $1,375, Chris, to $50. And I think 50 is the max now, right? 50
for now.
For now, until they raise that cap. Or you know what? They should just get rid of the cap. I mean, if you're going to make money, just make money, bro. And so Len said to Business Insider, to Alex Bitter, our good friend, when you have identical trips by the same driver, the same car, and the same route, in the same distance, there should not be much higher variation in that you say your commercial insurance costs are, Sherman told Business Insider. I don't know. I agree. Now, Uber can say, there's snow on the road, and there's this and that, there's sunshine, and that's why it's $1,375 versus $50. Uber can say these things. I'm pretty sure they do.
I can understand that part. The thing, and then the other one would be over 2 years. I mean, you would assume that on day one, you would be at a lower rate than, day 100, 640, just because of, we've all seen how much insurance has risen over the last couple of years. So you should see, again, some sort of curve that kind of coincides with that. I'd be interested to see, though, the actual breakdown from day one all the way to 2 years later on, the plot points of where they are, if they're going up and down and up and down. Compare that to the seasonality. Yes, of course. And then, the other side is, are you seeing a curve because of day one to day end of 2 years?
Yeah. Well, but as you know, the driver that we're talking about here has, he's Mr. Spreadsheet, and he has all that stuff in there. We can go more into detail when we have Len back on the program again. Uber spokesperson said the fee can vary due to multiple factors, Chris. Okay?
Oh, yes. I can.
Including the trip's origin, city, and distance. Uber.
Same.
The same Uber. once in a while come up with some creative explanations, man.
That's the thing, is cookie cutter response. We just grab what we need to grab, drop it in, and then it auto populates. That's all it does. They don't
Len
need to.
is saying it's the same duration, same distance, the same drivers, same car, same everything. And Uber says origin, city, and distance. Uber, are you reading this shit?
Again,
duration, time of day, and weather. Okay. And it's included in the price you see Uber app before requesting a ride, the spokesperson said. The next one, though, Chris. Now look at this one that they say, right? Okay, look at this last paragraph, right? This last paragraph kills it. Uber says in the breakdown that the insurance and operational fee is an estimate and does not reflect insurance expenses incurred on individual trips, but goes toward overall insurance and operational expenses. Is this are they admitting exactly what we're saying here?
Yeah. So that means that they're saying, hey, we're going to price this ride and we're going to put X amount of dollars into the insurance fund for this particular. It has no bearing on what you pay for that ride or what insurance has to pay, because the reality is the amount of rides that are coming in. Do you actually think that they're going to get the policy, the correct actual policy for what the rideshare is on that? No, because they're not paying it necessarily by per trip. They're paying it probably, over a month or so, what they're expecting and all that stuff. So I'm sure that's how they're doing it.
That's what Consumer Watchdog is saying. That's what we've been saying, right? Where is this money going? Where is this increased insurance? So now they're saying, in fact, yesterday I got 2 screenshots. We will talk about this next week. We didn't want to put it in there yet because we didn't have time. The breakdown picture that they sent you at the end of each week.
Yeah.
There's a new line item in there, Chris.
Oh, what's that? What?
I can't say.
What fee is that?
There's a new line item in there.
Oh, interesting.
I asked the driver. I go, when did that start? He goes, oh, last week. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I hadn't seen it before. I sent it to Len. Len hasn't responded yet. I go, look at this, Len. Coincidence?
Huh.
Coincidence? I don't think so. Anyway. So good job, Len, as usual. We'll have you on in a couple of weeks, hopefully, and as schedule permits. Hold on a second. Switzerland is going to the quarterfinals. They just eliminated Colombia in penalties. They are going crazy. Switzerland, a country of 3.5 million people, is going to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Us, a country of 365 million people, got smoked yesterday. What is happening in this planet? Anyway, let's get back on the program.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.